Special session, and we have a panel discussion online. We will have 3 speakers, and before we welcome the 3 speakers, I would like to make a small presentation, and as we wait for that small presentation, let us give ourselves a few more minutes so that people can join. We are also live on Facebook, and usually you find our recording there after the session, also on YouTube. Yeah, I think we are on YouTube. So you're welcome. Let us give ourselves like 3 more minutes. I am Dr. Father Selvam. I'm the founding chair of the Positive Psychology Association of Kenya. Right now, Dr. Carol Chakwa is the chair of the Positive Psychology Association. And every month on the third Wednesday or the last Wednesday of the month, we have this free webinar. Often we have speakers from outside. Today we have our own people who are on the field practicing one of the flagship programs of Positive Psychology Association of Kenya. So character coaches training is one of the contributions of the Positive Psychology Association of Kenya. And we have trained, as of today, we finished another training, almost 400 people across the country and outside the country in East Africa, and they are practicing. So we welcome people to join us to listen to the stories of how people are implementing. Welcome. Those who are joining us, you're welcome. We are waiting for a few more minutes to get a good quorum to begin our discussion so that people may not lose or miss the beginning. I'm sure many of you have been trained as character coaches and you're also practicing. So feel free at any time to share your own experiences. Our webinars are very interactive. Usually we use a chat box to think aloud and put your opinions, and we will read now and then what comes up on the chat. So I'm going to now make a small presentation on what is this Character Coaches program, and then I would invite the speakers of the day, the panel members. All right, so welcome. My dear friends, welcome to this free webinar series of Positive Psychology Association of Kenya, which is a monthly program taking place on the last Wednesday of the month. And usually we have speakers from abroad, experts, but today we want to listen to practitioners. Character Coaches training is one of the flagship programs of Positive Psychology Association of Kenya. And I would like to present a small introduction to this program so that we are able to engage with the conversation, even if you have not been trained in the Character Coaches program. So we developed this 2 years ago, 2023, when we had the first group of people trained as character coaches. One of the interesting things about positive psychology is that it focuses on what works for people, what is good for people, what makes people contribute, enjoy well-being. And this text, this book, classical book of positive psychology, has a list of 24 character strengths, which are seen to be the ingredients of well-being, subjective well-being, psychological well-being, and social well-being. And it is called values in action. Values in action. Values in action is nothing but a catalog of sanities, what works well for people, what improves well-being. It is in opposition, or it is sort of the antidote to DSM-5, which has a catalog of mental disorders or what does not work for people. And you can take an online survey of this uh, VIA, Values in Action test. And what it will do is a free test. You can take the free test. What it does is it ranks your well-developed character strengths and less developed character strengths. So on this screen, what you're seeing on the right column, the third column, is a list of character strengths: creativity, curiosity, open-mindedness, which is also related to critical thinking, love for learning, perspective, bravery, persistence, or perseverance, integrity, vitality, love, kindness, social intelligence, citizenship, fairness, leadership, forgiveness and mercy, and humility, prudence, self-regulation, appreciation of beauty, gratitude, hope, humor, and spirituality. So now the way values in action groups these character strengths is in terms of core virtues, core virtues. But there is also the John Templeton Foundation that groups these character virtues, as they call, into 4 categories rather than 6 categories of core virtues, because there is not much of empirical evidence also for the 6 core virtues. So, our own approach, or the Positive Psychology Association of Kenya's approach, is to take these values in action and even interpret them in the African context, break them down sometimes into useful sessions, and we group them in these 4 categories: moral character, intellectual character, civic character, and performance characters. And based on that, so what are character strengths? Character strengths are trait-like. That means they are almost like personality traits that we can predict. They are autonomous behaviors. It comes spontaneously to a person. They are learned behaviors. Genes might have some influence, but largely they are learned. They are positive in content and they have a moral implication. They are malleable, because that means they are moldable, and they have a moral implication. And that means people can make choice either to use this character strength or not, especially in the beginning stages. Once people have practiced this over and over again, character strengths become virtues, good habits, and they are said to contribute to individual and collective well-being. So these characteristics are very important to understand what character strengths are. And they are distinct from life skills. Life skills are adaptive behaviors that help an individual to deal with the demands and challenges of everyday life. On the other hand, as we heard in the traits, in the characteristics of character strength, they are positively valued moral dispositions. They are trait-like, and they contribute to individual and collective well-being. So there can be overlaps between life skills and character strengths, but they are distinct. Somehow, life skills may not have a value base. They may not have a moral disposition. They may not have a moral value, life skills. Whereas character is nothing but a practical expression of moral values in uh, individual particular behavior. So, what we as Positive Psychology Association of Kenya has done is we have developed three sets of manuals, three volumes, and each of those volumes have 12 character strengths, well laid out sessions, complete sessions, and we have a core team, and the team that trains is now being expanded even now. Today, we have completed the character strengths, character coaching program for all the teachers, 27 teachers of one international school. And on Monday, from Monday, there is a team that is traveling to Kakma to train over 40 teachers in the Don Bosco institutions in Kakma refugee camp. So the team is expanded now. Some of you who are listening, you are also welcome to come on board as trainers of trainers. And yeah, first of all, you have to go through all the three volumes to be able to do that. Then, using these manuals, we train character coaches. And as I said, we have trained almost 400 character coaches, teachers, parents, church people, counselors, psychologists, yeah, different backgrounds. And they go and form character clubs. Now, the age is only indicative, 12 to 25. And these character clubs can be in churches, in schools, in families, anywhere, sports teams, and whatever. And that's what we are going to focus on in today's presentation. We want to see in what context are people implementing character clubs. Okay, so even if you are not on the panel, you can text us your experience of implementing character coaching. Okay. Yeah. So Coach Wangari says, yes, welcome and congratulations to all the new character coaches trained in August this year. We have run two programs so far, and there is one program coming up next week. So three trainings of 3 days, mfululizo continuously, okay? And we hope this will have an impact in the society. A society that will be based on moral values, where individuals make choices that promote their own well-being and the well-being of the society, protecting human life and enhancing human life and dignity. Okay, so these are the contents of the three volumes, the first volume, second volume, and the third volume. Okay, so you can see the contents, how it is laid out. The individual character strengths are grouped under one of the four categories. Okay, uh, so then each of those sessions, as I said, as you can see, each of the volumes has 12 themes or 12 character strengths, and each of those character strengths is explored in a four sectional session. So each session has four sections. First section is we always start with an activity, and then we make a reflection on the activity. How is that activity related to the character strength that we want to explore on that particular session? Then the coach gives an input of what is this character strength, why is it important, particularly how it contributes to well-being. The character coach presents the dimensions of this character strength, and then there is also reflection on how it can be applied in daily life. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our session today on character coaching. And we want to listen to some character coaches. We have invited three of them on the panel, and we want them to share their experience of implementing the character coaching program in their context. Okay, so that is where we are. So, Catherine, if you're in a place conducive to put on your camera, you're welcome. So, our first presenter or the first panelist is Catherine Jore, and she was also with me in the training that we have just concluded an hour ago. She's based in Nyeri. She's a cartographer by profession. That means she draws maps and educates people and children on how to draw maps. That is her profession. But more recently, she has been involved in character coaching and training of young people. All right, so welcome, Catherine. You can
Thank
greet the people.
Hello. Good evening to you all. I'm happy to be here and I hope it's going to be interactive. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. The second on the panel is Mr. Raymond Mungeri, who is an instructor at the Tibet Institution of Don Bosco in Karen, Nairobi, Don Bosco Boys Town. He has implemented the character coaches all these years in these 2 years very committedly. And so that's why we have invited him. Yes, Raymond, at this stage, you can greet the audience. You need to unmute yourself. Okay, yes. Karibu. We don't hear you. For some reason, we don't hear you. Okay, we will come back to you. Just rectify your machine. Mwalimu Sara Ireri, I hope you are in a position to put on your camera. If you can turn on your camera, we will be grateful, at least in the beginning. Yes. So, Mwalimu Sara Ireri is actually the head teacher now of, I've forgotten the school, she can tell us, of a school in Kitui. Previously, she was in Embu, and she has attended our trainings, self-sponsoring, and a very enthusiastic character coach. So, Sarah, can you greet us? You need to unmute yourself. And I hope the sound is good enough. Yes, Karibu, Sarah, Molim.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for this opportunity. I hope that it is going to be quite interactive and quite immersive as we learn more and tell more about our implementation on character coaching. Thank you.
Wonderful. And Raymond, Molim Raymond, are you ready to greet us? We have a sound problem, huh? I don't hear you. Okay. You can seek some help. Your microphone, I don't know what type of microphone you're using. Okay, so I hope you can test it or change. You can use your phone maybe. Meanwhile, you can log in. Okay, so meanwhile, without wasting time, I give an opportunity now each of the character coaches who are online now sharing their experiences just to introduce themselves a little more besides all those that I have said about you. Catherine, over to you.
Thank you. So, as Father has said, I trained as a cartographer. I have been one for the last almost 20 years now. But along the way, I have always done mentoring. I've given talks. Mostly, it was always volunteer and assisting in my spaces. I've always worked and interacted with youth, and I always felt the need to give more, not just what I was paid to do. And from that, firstly, I started a CBO, which was called Think CBO. And you need to head reading called book club called Think Was Book Club. And we had Think Youth, where most of my focus was on. And through these, as I worked with them and visiting schools, once I got an invite to the UON, to a group of students. And after that, it's when a lecturer told me he had seen this training, the initial training of the character coaches. And he told me, you know what, I think you can fit in this. And I thank him to date because I didn't know about this. And once I attended that training, it was the best thing that happened. Having something concrete and of so much value to deliver to the people I interact with. And I have since I took off immediately with it. After the first training, I didn't even wait for the other trainings. I have done all the 3 trainings. So I went back to the Think Youth members and we went through that first volume with them. And it was amazing seeing the transformation with some of them. And yes, I have not stopped. I'm working even harder because I feel the importance and I appreciate what coaching in character will help individuals and then the ripple effect the society. So I'm really excited to be a character coach. Thank you.
Mwalimu Sara, over to you.
Thank you. My name is Sarah Eredi, just like I have said. I am a teacher by profession. For 22 years, I've been a teacher, been a deputy principal for 10 years. And right now I'm a principal at Dr. Rachel Kaki. And I would say that character coaching has really helped me as a teacher, and especially as a deputy. I can tell you for free, when we get into this teaching profession, most of the time the teachers are not taken through on how to do things. We do them how best we know, and especially when it comes to dealing with students. And mostly we'll do what we have seen other teachers do or what our teachers did, which at times we hurt ourselves and we hurt the students. And it was during one of the moments when I had met the Golden Senior Smiles. I have a CBO for Golden Senior Smiles for old people. And I was with Margaret. Margaret is also a character coach. And she mentioned about being a character coach. And I wondered, how is character coached? So it is at that point that she told me about the training that Positive Psychology Kenya has, and I enrolled. In fact, I really want to thank my boss in St. John's Gatondore, because the moment I talked about it and told him that it would actually help the school and help in discipline, he chipped in paying for the training fees while I chipped in for boarding. So I really appreciate Mr. Murungi in a very big way. And that has really shaped who I am today as a teacher. Thank you.
Interesting. Interesting. So, yeah, very useful, very helpful information and interesting history how you got into this program in the first place. And I can see also Mama Margaret Nyaga is online, and I'm sure she has heard your words of appreciation. She has also, I think, done all the 3 trainings and at her age, very enthusiastic. Now, Raymond, over to Raymond. Raymond, are you in a position to speak right now? Aha. What I suggest, Raymond, what you can do is you can use your video as you did previously, and then you can log into your the link with your phone so that you can speak from the phone without putting on the video. Okay, so sort that out. We want to hear you as well. We have not heard you so far. Raymond Mungeri, please, when you're ready, you can just alert us. Okay, so now at this stage, you can tell us where have you implemented? Yes, Raymond, are you speaking?
Are you getting me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
So good evening. My name's Monger Raymond. I'm an instructor in Don Bosco, Boys Town.
Hold your phone close to you, please.
Are you able to get it now? My name's Monger Raymond. I'm an instructor by training. I have been teaching in Don Bosco, Boys Town for 10 years now. I have already been trained in character coaching, and I have completed the 3 forums.
Wonderful.
I'm passionate with character coaching because it helps me to teach different character strengths with my students. Thank you.
Okay, wonderful. We appreciate that. We also wanted to listen to people from different backgrounds today on how each one is implementing the character coaching program in their context. Okay, so now the next question is, where have you implemented the character coaching program? Who are these people with whom you have worked? That is basically the thing. How have you gone about? So all of you been trained by Positive Psychology Association of Kenya using the 3 manuals, and yeah, you have shared with us how you came into this. And now, how are you using it? Where are you implementing it? Yes. Karibu, Catherine.
When we were
Yes.
trained, that was 12 to 25-year-olds.
We lost you in the beginning. We didn't hear you at the beginning.
When I started, that after the training, we were supposed to target 12 to 25-year-olds. Apart from the first group that I worked with, the youths at the university, I started getting individual clients who I was journeying with, and majority were over 50 years old, from 26 actually upwards. And they were mostly one-on-one sessions, free and some I would charge. And to me nowadays, I normally say, this statement, you cannot teach an old dog new tricks, is not true, because I have seen people transforming. And one is actually a person who was not in the country. She's in Malawi. And she's actually running for member of parliament. And during the campaigns, they're almost doing the voting now, the election. She told me whatever we shared and discussed really empowered her, and she was able to withstand through the campaign and all that. So she was very, very grateful. And getting such feedback has really encouraged me. So I've mostly handled one-on-one. I still do volunteer to groups. And then later I decided, because I feel I'm called to do this full time, I registered a company called My Stand Mom. Why My Stand Mom? There's one of my books that is called My Stand Mom, where a small boy He doesn't have a name yet. He'll have it in the second book. He tells people about his mom, who is Stan, but he says she may be Stan, but she's the best. That one I had done it to start the conversation with children in a very simple way. Yes, so I registered that company, and this year I have done a job training, coaching a whole organization of around there were 30 people. So I'm happy about that. Yeah, that is where I am.
Interesting. First of all, you did it with individuals, mentoring individuals, sort of coaching individuals. Interesting. And now what we are seeing in terms of patterns is, just as Molly Musara has said, you are also institutionalizing, meaning you have a CBO or a company with which you are able to also continue these trainings. But I have a curious question, Catherine, before we go ahead. When you're doing with individuals, how do you implement the activities?
Actually, apart from two individuals, we used to meet physically with the other WhatsApp video call.
Yeah.
And even the icebreakers will do them because you're both on video and someone is in their private space. And it's usually fun. It's long there at home.
Interesting. Anyway, I mean, I would be, I would be interested in watching a recording of that, how it works out in real life. Even though some of our activities are also questionnaires, so then they are easier to be done by individuals on one-on-one sessions. So it's interesting, and we wanted to listen to these sort of stories. That's why we have this panel discussion today. Molly Musara, how have you implemented this character coaching program? In what context, and what has been your own experience?
Thank you. I can say being a teacher, I was lucky because I had the platform to and to start off. So immediately we did volume 1. I started a character club in school in St. John's, Gatunduri. And how I did it is that I picked 5 students from every class. Okay. So 5 students every class, those were around 30 to 40 students. And would meet the first time we met during the holiday, and we trained, in fact, with Margaret Nyaga. We trained them almost for free, actually. And the reason why I picked 5 students from every class was during the life skills. The 5 would trickle down to other students in the class. So the 5 would pick their 10 students and they would walk out and train or coach their 5 students or their 10 students in a smaller group.
Yeah.
And they would do the activities and the reflections would have during the training, so that it was able to trickle down to the whole school in a more fun way. I had started it in the classroom, but later now I moved to outdoor activity. So that became easier, and it also became very easy with discipline in the school.
Yeah. Okay, so the audience, ladies and gentlemen, as you listen to these people, if you have questions, put it on the chat box, and I will read out to them and interact with them. So feel free to be interactive. Put your questions on the chat. So one curiosity question, Sarah. So you said you took 5 people. Did they self-select or you selected them?
No,
And if you selected them, on what criteria?
No, I did not select them. I only asked them if they're interested to join, if they are passionate to join, because if you select, some may not be interested.
Yeah.
And as we went on, they really built up that passion, and they were able now to do it down into the classroom.
Yeah.
So we also involved the teachers too, the life skills teachers. So they would also work down with them during the life skills. And the 2 teachers we hand trained with Margaret. So it became very easy for everybody. Yes.
So you had
that was
trained them
how
in life skills before. So this was like a follow-up. Is that so? Or you are
A follow-up.
combining?
Okay, life skills in most of the cases, most schools, the teachers take advantage of that lesson
Yeah.
to cover the syllabus. But now we had really to be very keen on it, that life skill will remain life skill. So they learn the character strengths and also now incorporate life skills in it.
Yeah.
So that's how we did it. And really it improved the discipline of the students.
Yeah.
And I had lots and lots of testimonials from the students what character strength had done. Then from there, I moved to other teams outside. I think 2023, I started Character Formation Hub, and we had 14 teams. 14 teams. We trained them with Margaret and Robert, who are also character coaches, which we did in Millbrook. They paid a little fee for it. I think every team was paying some little money just for the upkeep for 3 days, which turned out to be very interesting. And after that, the same month, we still went to Nairobi, and we had one at JJ McCarthy with Margaret too, with other teens from Nairobi. Turned out to be awesome. Then from there, we have still cascaded in different forums. I've realized not only for teens, even grown-ups. I've also brought it in with the seniors in the Good and Senior Smiles. We also do a lot of character strengths, especially on emotional intelligence. When it comes to forgiveness, they humble a lot of bitterness at times from their children. They don't know how to deal with their children, the stresses that come with the seniors, and the most stresses are actually from adult children. That's what they say. Last year we had a big function, and Margaret also was very instrumental in it. Professionally, I've also done it with teachers in different ways for social emotional learning and creativity too, with students on talent extravaganza. So it's actually broad-based character coaching. You can have it. Everybody can have a scenario to learn. Thank you.
Interesting. So what I'm hearing also from Catherine and Sarah is that age is not a problem. I mean, it can be used, the content can be used with any age group. Yeah. Raymond, are you in a position to tell us how you have implemented? Of course, you were sent by the Don Bosco Institution to be trained as a character coach, and how did you go about? And I'm aware that you recently graduated one character club. So can you tell us something more? Raymond? Okay. Yes.
Yeah, we started the character club 4 years now. Actually, we have graduated 2 classes. Unfortunately, last year we didn't hold the graduation, but this year we successfully held a small graduation for the graduating group of 25 character club members. And currently we have 40 character club members who are ongoing with the training. So we have character club classes once in a week. That's on Wednesday from 3 p.m. Me and my colleagues, in cooperation with the brothers, we share the responsibilities that we share. Let's say the teams, we divide them equally. And also we engage the students in some activities and also in some games to make the sessions interactive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Now, being in an institutional context, how did the members get selected? Did you select them? Did they opt to be in the club? And this club, is it one of the clubs that you have in your school?
No, actually, we have different clubs.
Mm.
This one is a bit different
Okay.
because the moment the students join the college, we introduce the club, we tell them more about what it entails, then we take those who are willing to join.
Yeah. Mm.
So in every department, we give them equal opportunities, regardless of the number.
Okay.
Yeah, so we gave them the opportunities, and those who are willing to join, they join. And the
Okay.
moment they are, yeah, the
Great.
moment they are trained, we tell them the rules, what they are supposed to follow. Then if they abide by, they sign that agreement form. Yeah.
Interesting. And you didn't tell us you are an instructor in what trade in the Tibet school?
Yeah, I'm an instructor in the Fitatana department. Yeah, that,
Fitatana.
yeah,
Okay,
that's,
interesting.
yeah, that's where I've been teaching for
Okay.
10 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Great. So it's interesting that our participants today on the panel are having different backgrounds, their own professional preparations, and how they have taken up seriously implementing this character coaching program in their context. And now the next round of questions, I'm going to start with Sarah now for a change. What challenges have you faced as you've been trying to implement? And I invite the participants to keep questions on the chat, and I can see some questions are coming up. And thank you very much. And so I will take a next round of questions from the audience, which I would like you to text on the chat box. Yes, Molly Musara, what challenges have you faced as you've been trying to implement?
Thank you. It's interesting when I first talked about character coaching, even to friends, even to family. And one of the things that I found out is that people are so much inclined into weaknesses other than building the strengths. So really trying to explain to them that we are here to build our values. We are here to build the strengths for our own well-being. It really wasn't well welcomed. It's a concept that really not very many people understand. Of course, they understand their values, and they'll be like, I know I should be kind. I know I should love. I know I should be responsible. But how to is the biggest issue. So that building, at first it was a little bit difficult, but as I started, and even the teachers also in school, some of them were very skeptical. Why character coaching all the time? What is this character coaching? Our students have character. But it's until we started that I insisted that the life skills, because also they were like, we want that life skills to cover the syllabus. But the moment we started and the students started giving their testimonials that, well, even at home, those students were also able to help their parents with their emotional intelligences. Some even said, I was about to commit suicide. But from what I've learned about emotional intelligence, that has really, really changed the mindset. Others were like, curiosity. I didn't know that I was good in this. When appreciate in the strength, appreciation of beauty and excellence, curiosity, love for learning. And we had a talent show, and they were like, wow, now show your creativity, be as creative as you can, show your appreciation of beauty, building their potential, building their talents. It's when the teachers were like, wow, this is something nice. We need now to learn. Also, other teams I have been able to coach through our teenpreneurship, their parents really have appreciated in a very big way. At times, people never understand what is character coaching, but as we do it now, practically, because it's not about coaching, we also have project-based learning. So where we bring in also SDGs. So they come up with a project and they come up with the core value for their business, and they have to explain why the core value. How are they going to build that core value? How are they going to build the strength in their company, in their business ideas? So it becomes very practical. Also in school, I ask them, what values do you have for your school? So do you see them around? So they become now self-aware and more intentional. And I tell them, if you find one not able to now build that integrity, that core value that they have in school, then they can help the others. So it's, and the teens are really, really happy about it. The parents have also appreciated. Personally, I have also learned in a very big way, and I'm very, very conscious. I'm very self-aware, and I'm very intentional in every character strength.
So
That I
it's
have learned.
interesting. What I'm hearing is even though people sort of take time to understand what this character coaching is, yeah, often we hear of coaching in the context of sports. And so, what is this character coaching about? And but what you're saying is people warm up to this very quickly once they see the impact of it. Secondly, what struck me in your sharing, Molly Musara, is that you are being creative in the use of this insertion or the integration of the character strengths to different activities, like you're saying,
Yes.
uh, developing business models or even talent shows, and that's very insightful. Yeah. So, Catherine, how has been your experience in terms of challenges that you faced?
That challenge of people not understanding. People talk of character development,
Wow.
negative one, just like she said. But why I have volunteered so much is for people to understand what it's about. Because when you tell them, I do character coaching and this is what it is, sometimes they don't understand it until you actually offer a session. You do the introduction about one character strength. And I keep adjusting depending with my audience. So I actually repackaged from how we were taught. So I usually have 3 products. The first one is character foundations, that is building inner strength and resilience. So I have some character strengths that I teach under that package. The other package is thriving together, building a sustainable future. Again, I select the character fit there, and sometimes I adjust them depending on the needs of the person or the institution or the group. Package is action, inspiring change, and also it has several. I'm also when we do them as activities, like I have been doing under self-regulation, I started doing offline, be offline, hang out offline. One was a men breakfast, which I didn't attend because it was for men. So one person I have coached, also in his 40s, almost 50, he was the one with them. And they were reviewing the head read at Karura. Another one, telling people interacting the whole day without a phone. And then, but as we wind up, I tell them, actually, we're trying to practice this character strength, and I introduce character coaching then. That's actually how I end up with one individual client events. So the activity things, the application of the strengths make them more interesting and people understand. Yes.
Interesting, interesting. So, I mean, what I picked up from yours is okay, both Sarah and Catherine, that initially people have difficulty in understanding. So, I would say, I mean, if people are not understanding the word coaching, we could as well say it is character development. We need to start with where people are in terms of what they are familiar with. Now, why we say coaching is there is a certain repetition about them. There is
Yeah.
skills building about them. Yeah, so interesting. Yeah, and generally positive outcomes always. Yes, Raymond, what are the challenges you have faced? I understand that you're working in an institution similar to Sarah, though it's also tertiary level, Tibet institution. Yeah. So, Raymond, over to you.
Yeah, some of the challenges that we have faced when we started this character club, most of students, they were not understanding what do we mean by character coaching. And most of their colleagues were seeing them that those people who join the character coaching, they are those people who have a bad character. So they were seeing, are they changing? So that was the most challenge, and it was making some of the students not to go on with the character coaching. And the moment we realized that, so whenever they were being asked with other students, what's this all about character coaching, we're able to explain to them and journey with them, and even some they were motivated and joined. But as time went by, we realized that some of them, they were not having resilience to go on with the training, because always we ensure that we have even the register, which we mark, because that's when we can see, is there really change? Are they able to develop these character strengths when we teach them? And most of them, maybe sometimes you get that 1 or 2, they drop. So those are the challenges that we have been facing.
Okay.
And the other challenge is that these students need motivation. Actually, when we started, we were giving them these pyro pens and sometimes some exercise books, but as days went by, we have never forgotten such kind of. So they keep on asking us. So it's my request that as days goes by, maybe you consider that, because it motivates them. Yeah. So,
interesting.
and the other challenge is that we need some training equipments, like the laptop, a good laptop that we can be able to project, because we have 2 groups for first years and the second years. Actually, that one has been a very challenge, but I hope we will get some assistance. Yeah,
Okay.
because we are passionate with this character coaching, and most students, we are seeing them that they are developing these character strengths, and we encourage them, so that, because like integrity, because these are the people after school, they need to go out there and work. Are they be able to develop this resilience even in their places of work? Are they people of integrity? So these character strengths will enable these students to develop all these good characters in them. So the challenge, those are the few challenges we have been facing, and we hope as the days goes by, we will cope with them. Thank you.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you. So let me read out some comments or questions from the chat box as we engage the audience. So David Maradona says, thank you for the opportunity. A question for Principal Sarah. Would you be in a position to invite life skills and character coaches to your school for empowerment? Okay. Yeah. So that we leave it to Molimo Sarah. She's already engaging other people like Margaret Nyaga, who is also online here. Yes, Moses Mureku. Yes. He says, my question is directed to Catherine. I want to know as to when she said most of her clients are university students. So, with regards to those who are 50s plus, how did they know about her? And I would love to say congrats for the volunteering and in some schools to encourage the young ones. Okay, so how did you get access to those older ones? That is the basic question. Catherine?
Yeah, so before even character coaching, I've always visited schools to, I advocate cartography. It's not very common for people to hear of cartography. So you see the team older. I have also facilitated for groups of mentors. So that is come from, because after the presentation, someone is curious to know more. And if there are can be done for the group, but mostly the approaches have been one-on-one. So it's because of my network, the teachers and the people I interact with in the community. But for the university students, it has been purely volunteer. I have never charged them because be a challenge for them to pay. But the one-on-one clients, I do charge some fee.
Okay, okay, great. There is a similar question. Anybody could answer, even Molly Musara could answer. Thanks. That is from Maurice. Omondi, who says, thanks for the experiences shared. What are the opportunities for older persons and people working? I don't know the opportunity in terms of, when I just remind the audience, when you're asking questions, it's important to say, you see, you can engage with this program of character coaching as a coach, or as a character club member. Okay, so character coaching training, character coaches training is like TOTs. So the three people that you are seeing online, and there are on the panel, and there are others who have been trained as trainers, TOTs. That is what we call character coaches training. Then character coaches go and form character clubs. So now for older people, and there is also a second question from Magdalene and Ambuki, similar question. What are the requirements for one to join the training? Now, the requirements to, let me answer that, the requirements to join the training of character coaches training, that is like the TOT, is we advertise, we every year we do the full cycle of the 3 volumes. We just concluded the 3rd volume last week, training where in which we had almost 50 people. And that is advertised through Positive Psychology Association, and you can join anytime. Whereas the character club members are promoted by the character coaches, right? So, any comment, further comment about working with older people between the panelists? How do we have access to older people? Catherine, you want to start?
Can you say it again? A vehicle was passing.
Okay. No, you are heard well. I can repeat the question. So, how do you have access to older people to be part of the character clubs?
I think I just responded to that because initially I visited schools, so the teachers, and have to mentors. There are these people who are mentors in a church. They're mentoring the teens and the youths. And I am really advocating for character coaching. So I am intentional about telling everyone about it. And also because on my website and on my social medias, I do write there I'm a cartographer and a character coach. So people always ask, what is character coach? And when I explain and someone is interested, that's how it starts. So personally, I do not have character clubs because of that one-on-one and that corporate training. So it's a one-off thing. And then maybe I just go back like a monitoring and evaluation. Yeah.
So, am I hearing? Sorry?
I have been very intentional to tell everyone about it.
Okay, yeah, I understand that. I know we have already seen the benefit of the training that we just completed today, that it was through your marketing that we trained the teachers in one particular school, all of them. Okay, am I hearing that with older people you are doing one-on-one coaching, Catherine?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Okay.
And in out, when someone is retiring and I know them, I go and approach them and I tell them, you can utilize your time now through being a character coach. And actually, 2 people have come for the training and they become coaches.
Sarah, any comments on that?
Yes, on the older people, like when I started off with the older people, I'd already started the organization on Good and Senior Smiles. And some of the issues they had, I didn't know exactly how to handle them. And with the older people, we only meet for social day, just to socialize, basically that. The old people from different villages, probably they have stopped going to church, they are almost becoming socially isolated, and they get into loneliness. So I started that organization to bring them together, just for a social day, basically. But as long as they share their experiences, of course, you'll pick one thing or the other, and they want to know how to deal with it. And it is during such a moment where we met the retirees with Margaret that I realized she knew how to answer some of the questions. And that's why now I got to learn about character coaching. So now anytime we have social days, at least there's something for the older people to learn. Forgiveness. Some of them say, I never forgive my children. They did 1, 2, 3. Some of them are very emotional about what they're going through. We also teach them on gratitude so that it cancels all other things. They need to be grateful for their lives, even for those children. So there are values that we build. So it is during that moment that's how we are dealing with older people, and also teachers. When I take them through professional development sessions, I'll always talk about a little bit on character coaching, on a few strengths that they need to leverage on when they're dealing with students. So that's how, again, I'm able to come in with older people. Thank you.
Interesting. There is a question on the chat box from Moses. Currently, I work with under GCS and work with different people from different backgrounds. Most 95% are over 50 plus. So I would like the 3 character coaches, perhaps even Father Selvam, can assist also in helping as to how or what measures can I use, what measures perhaps can I use to make these people understand each other well? Any um, any hints? Any hints on what you are uh, saying? Yeah. Any hints, coaches? Would you like to comment on that? Any hints on how we can make the older people understand each other? I hope you are not seeing the Techno BG's whiteboard. Yeah, but you are seeing the people as I am seeing. Okay. Yes, Catherine?
We are seeing the techno on the screen.
Aha. I don't know if it is from Raymond. Yeah. Okay. You can, your screen. Yeah, okay, it has gone off now. Are you able to see the people now?
Yes, I don't know. Does he mean those people understanding each other, or the coach and being able to deliver?
Probably the people understanding each other.
I don't know if he means coach to them, they're over 50.
Yeah.
Because personally, what I do with every training, I adjust how I present depending on the age.
Oh.
And it comes to, if you already know a need or lack, you prioritize on that, something that they are going through, or something you feel they need to determines on
Okay.
what and how to go. So it's not
Okay.
like
Okay, so somebody, Eunice asks, what are the qualifications for one to join the training? There is no pre-qualification. So only qualification is to be trained as a character coach. You have some enthusiasm and you have the possibility to use it with a group of people. Okay, how do you choose the character trait topic to coach on? Yes, Raymond, maybe you can start off this question. How do you choose the character trait topic to coach on? You need to unmute. Yeah, great. Now, please speak up.
Yeah, so it depends with the let's say for the first years, firstly, we see those topics which are relevant to them, like love for learning. So that's one of the topics that we start with, because they need to be taught. more about learning so that they can be focused on their various trades which they have they have chosen. Yeah, and also it
So,
depends
yeah.
with my colleagues also. So if they are, let's say, fit in a certain topic, they can choose because we do share the responsibilities with my colleagues. Yeah.
Okay, great. So, in other words, you are also choosing according to the need of the participants, and also what you yourself are warmed up to it. Okay, as a coach. Sarah and Catherine, any comments on that? Well, let's say Sarah, please go first. How do you choose the topics? Do you follow the regular topics one by one on the book, or you choose topics?
What I do, having interacted with the students, I get to learn their issues. What are the issues that they're going through, either through the suggestion notes that they will give, or at times I ask them to write what their issues are anonymously. So from there, then I'm able to know these are the issues that the students are battling with. Then from that, I choose the character strengths to coach them on. For teens also, I engage them. They fill a form and the parents also fill a form. So from there, then we know what character strengths to leverage on when we have the teens. For schools also, we'll engage with the principal and I'd get to know what are the issues in the school. Then we'll choose the character strengths to engage the
Interesting. Catherine, you want to say something about the choice of the topic or the character strength on a particular day? How do you choose a topic?
Yeah, so if it's a school, we ask the administrator, what issues are you had for did these the director around I spoke to.
You are breaking up, Catherine. If you can come closer and be without moving, please.
For the organization I coached this year, I got lucky. The director took me through all the departments, and they happened to be all youth. And I would interact with each of the employees before I came for the coaching. So I planned the session depending on my interactions with them. So it's always about what is the need, and then you decide which character strengths to coach.
Okay, so two comments on that. Okay, one comment. As a sort of the founder of the character coaches idea, together with the colleagues in Positive Psychology Association, I would say it is okay to pick and choose depending on the time that is available. But for best results, it's better to run through a whole volume. One by one, even if some of the character strengths may be difficult to deliver, it might need some creativity so that the participants are not able to get the whole lot. There is another question from Omboy. Does one have to finish all the character coaching, the 3 volumes, to start training people? No. Even after finishing one training with 3 days of training on one volume, you can start off. Okay, I've heard that sort of understanding from different participants, but I don't know from where it came. We only said that to be accredited as a coach by Positive Psychology, to be a certified coach, you'll have to finish all the 3. But you need to also graduate different character clubs. So, which means after every volume, you can start training people. Okay, so there is somebody from Career Services who says it's beautiful to learn and hear what character coaches training can impact on people's lives. Congratulations to Mrs. Nyaga Margaret, whose life has mentored many. I being one of them. God bless her and her family. Oh, wonderful. Thank you. Yes, and we need to invite Margaret Nyaga to make some comments towards the end if she is in a position. Maurice Omondi says, thank you very much, Susan. Okay. Namunyak, yes, I know her. She has also attended our character coaching training, and she volunteered to train street boys, Namunyak. And she says, good evening. A question to Raymond. Do you follow up the character club members who leave school? Aha, interesting question. So those of us who are working in the school context, do you follow up the character club members after they leave school? Maybe Sarah and Raymond, you could make comments. First, Raymond, do you do follow up after they graduate?
So after the graduation of the students, we have our subgroup, which we create for each character club. So normally you get that most of them, when they go out there, they send messages, they see that what's happening on the ground. So most of them, they say like values like integrity, it helps them in their places of work. So actually the follow-up which we do, it's online because these people, they go different places to work. But when we get a positive feedback on what the impact the character club coaching had made to them, so we feel that it does a positive impact in the society and also for the trainees.
Wow, that's interesting. So you have a WhatsApp group for each club, even when they
Yes, yes.
complete. And with the
So
WhatsApp group, you can get feedback. People can share experiences of living the character strengths in the
yeah, so
context. Very
yeah,
interesting.
yeah,
Hmm.
thank you.
Yeah. Sarah?
Yes, I will follow up at times, and mostly, especially when I do my blogs on Facebook, I will always find students really commenting that, well, these and these you really helped me, Molim. This character strength, I've been able to leverage it in my life. Like we have one of the students we were able to build his public speaking skills on love for learning and curiosity. He did a lot of reading, and we really built that when he was in school. He's also been able to leverage on his potential as a soccer player. He's at the university, but now he's training soccer in high school. We also have others when they go to colleges, they're able also to do community service, and they'll actually do the testimonials for me, or even get inbox and say, I'm leveraging on this and this. So actually it is very helpful. Even the teens, those who who have already joined college, those who are joining, their parents are happy and they have trust that they will be able to manage the challenges that they face in life through the character coaching that we have been taking them through. Yes.
Wonderful. Magdalene Dambuki asks, when is the next training? Okay, the next training will be November. We try to put the common training of character coaches around school holiday time so that we are able to get more school teachers, and especially if schools send character coaches to be trained, they can also put it either at the beginning of their school holidays or at the end of the holidays before opening of the school. So that is how we plan. So watch out. Yeah, if you are on this webinar, so how you came to know about this webinar is same as how we advertise character coaching sessions for the TOTs. Okay, so yes, how do you assess them? How do you assess them? Jemmy asks. Anybody wants to comment among the three of you? How do you assess them? I don't know if Jimmy is coming from an examination perspective. What type of assessment, okay, is she talking about? Whether she's talking about summative assessment or anyway, Sarah, you are a teacher. Can you comment on that?
We have the forms that we got during the character coaching session. So once I start character clubs in school with new students, In fact, in schools, I follow the volumes, the way you have said.
Yeah.
At times, at the assembly, it's when probably I will use, or when we have other activities, is when I use different character strengths. But in the club, we follow the volumes as they are. And one thing is, if you're new, you have to fill the form at the beginning. Then there's that other form that they fill at the end of the character strengths training for that volume. So from that, then we are able to assess, was it impactful? And how was it impactful? Then they're able now to write their testimonials. How impactful were the character strengths in their lives and also in their families? Because I only tell them it's not just about them, it's also about the community around them. In the classroom, the space they find themselves in, how are they able to impact? Some even have been used as character coaches in their churches. Before the session in church starts, they train or they coach the youth. So they have also been used by their pastors, and at times they make a little money, like 100, 200 for that session. So they're happy. So that's how we are able to assess. Also through their parents, we're able to also ask their parents, have you seen any changes? And the parents are happy. So that's actually the assessment that we do.
Interesting. Yeah. So it's good that you brought that up, Sarah, about the assessment, how we do the assessment. We have a set assessment of a two-pager, actually, that they fill up when they begin the training and at the end of the training of the volumes or whatever days. And then we are able to measure their improvement in well-being on different parameters. And we hope we can also publish an academic paper out of those data that now we are currently putting together. In fact, this evening, Catherine herself handed over to me a set of questionnaires that were filled by her club members. Yeah. So, yes. So, Jemi's question, I was wondering how it could be answered, but I myself see from what Sarah has shared that we do assess people. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Moses has clarified. Yes. Now, Vivo, I guess it's better for the elder people to be trained first because they are the role models to young people. So, as when young people see the good characters of the elders, they also long to have same characters and behaviors and will take the character coaching positively. Interesting comment. Interesting comment that coaching is not only by teaching but also by modeling. So when older people can model those character strengths, then younger people can also imitate. Okay, how much does it cost to be trained? Usually the day programs are 8,500. That includes lunch and two teas for 3 days, training material, we give out manuals and training content itself. Yeah, if Stella's curious question. Sally, Father Selvam, do you do online training or it is physical? So it is usually physical because we want interactions. The character coaching, the word coaching is not theory based. It is practice. So you cannot coach basketball online. You have to be on the field. So that is why we have it physical. Yeah. Mercy says, great lessons. Thanks a lot for the wonderful sharing. It is very helpful. Is it possible for one to take up the phase that he or she missed? Monica Njenga. Yes, you have to. We offer the phases in turn, and you need to watch out when this next opportunity will come. Probably next one we might offer the phase two because many have said that they have missed phase two. Magdalene Dambuki, there is another advert on workplace well-being coaching. Say something about it and the difference. Wonderful. So, workplace well-being coaching is also one of the programs of positive psychology, and what we do is that is preparing mostly people working with colleagues on the workplace. There can be overlap between character and well-being at the workplace because positive psychology sees character strengths as the ingredients of well-being across, but it is focusing on work. It is working. It is focusing on HR management. It is focusing on well-being, workplace well-being coaching focuses on professionals at the professional setting, whereas character coaching is purely based on character. It does not talk about work, well-being, general stuff, and it is for anybody, of course, but around character. So that's the difference between workplace well-being coaching that we are currently launching. We have had online training that has one session or two sessions on online. The third session is physical. Yeah. Now, Jane asks, kindly state the cost again. So, yes, cost for character coaching TOT is usually now 8,500. It is heavily subsidized in a sense. It includes 8,500. For members of Positive Psychology Association, it is 8,000. And yes, so it does not include board and lodging. It's a day program. If you want to have board and lodging, you pay a little bit of extra, especially if you're coming from outside. The center has now raised up the fees also across because of cost of living going up. Yes. So as I said, the cost of 8,500 includes two teas and one lunch for 3 days. The training material, which includes stationery and manual, and also the training itself. Okay, so to continue our conversation, so is it for each phase? Yes, it is for each phase. Each phase is costing 8,500. Okay. Yeah. And we spread it out. We don't do it one after another so that people can go and test it. So you don't need to wait for the three phases to complete before you start training other people. Now over to the coaches who are online here on the panel. What are the benefits you are seeing among your participants? What are the benefits? What are the positive outcomes that you are seeing? Let's start with Catherine.
Yes, I once volunteered at a rehab, and before some two persons checked out, I could see the repairing of a relationship with the parents. One was actually a university student. And for this friend of mine who is now running for member of parliament, she has been talking to me through the campaign, telling me how it has really helped her. It has really helped her managing the stresses and pressures of being around. She's a lady, so being around men during campaign. So I have those individual feedbacks, and even hearing feedback from someone, maybe a friend or the parent reporting, they can see some change in them. Yeah. But my main focus right now, I'm trying to do less of the young people and focusing mostly on bringing people to train as character coaches because the impact will be greater. Thank you.
Okay, so yes, we are running short of time, so we need to go towards closure. Let's talk about the benefits. Yes, Sarah. Sarah, please unmute.
Okay. So what I can say is that character coaching is quite impactful. One, I have seen an increase in self-awareness and self-esteem among the students, and also resilient. They are more resilient. They are able to navigate through challenges, and also they're effective in their academic work. They have built that confidence. Among the teachers also, they become more effective in their relationship at work and also for their well-being, and also for older persons, they build that hope. in their lives, and they also feel re-energized that also they have a purpose in life, so they know how to navigate through their challenges. Thank you.
Raymond, any comment on the benefits?
Yes, the character coach program has led to noticeable improvement in student behavior, and also it has improved their relationships with each other. Also, students have improved in their academic and also developed good leadership skills. And also, some who have, let's say, we get students from different, maybe let's say from the street children and all that. Also, it has given them hope. They have developed a good attitude towards running. And with that one, they achieve their goals, and also they improve in their academic performance. So this character coaching has really have a positive impact to students in their personal growth. And also it has encouraged them on how to live with other people in their society, their families, and also in their places of work after school. Thank you.
Okay, wonderful. So meanwhile, somebody asks comment on the club member handbook. So club member handbook, what? So we have coaches manual and club member handbook. What the coaches manual does is provide the whole session for the coach, whereas club member book is only the exercises that are useful for filling up for the character club members. Yeah. So that is how you will use it. Otherwise, there are many thank you notes here. And the last comment, one round of last comments from each of you panelists as we want to bring to conclusion. Catherine, your last comment, whatever you wanted to say.
Yeah, I'm excited about this program, and I love the way it is measurable with the many questionnaires that happen in most of the character strength, and that thing of seeing the change, especially with the performance, as they have said, and the fact that it is applicable to all ages, and because it is needed by everyone. So I'm really hoping it reaches more and more and more people. Thank you.
Wow, interesting. Sarah?
What I can say about character coaching is that character coaching is not about fixing what is broken. It is more cultivating on what is strong within us. And it's through the character strengths and understanding and building those strengths and being intentional and being self-aware that at the end of the day, somebody becomes, gets the well-being emotionally, spiritually, socially. You become a better person, and have seen that within myself, my family, my children. There are times they're like, Mom, what character strength are you not building when you leave a matchstick on top of the gas cooker? So it's something that we are all learning to build each other. So it's something that is beautiful, and it cancels almost all our weaknesses. It cancels our negativity. You only see the beauty of the strength within you. Thank you.
Raymond, thank you. Raymond, what's your last comment, please? Please unmute.
So what I can say about character coach, it has been very important, especially to me, myself, and my family. Sometimes I do share with even my brothers, my parents, and also my friends who I meet. So I see that this character coach, it's a good program since it was initiated, and thanks to you and all the members who had come up with this character coach, because I can see that it has a great impact to the society and to those young people who I meet every day. So I can say that it has a positive impact, and it's good for us and each one of us to continue with the training so that we can help more young people to be more happy and have good character in their lives. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. So there are a few practical questions. Let me answer them very quickly. How much are the student handbooks costing? 100 shilling per copy, 100 shilling. But we can negotiate the price if you are taking them. We have printed copies. Definitely, if you are giving a copy to each one of your character club members, you may need more copies, so we can negotiate. We can even come down to 80 shilling per copy. Okay, can someone get the training manual without going for the training? I would say no, because we don't want to water down the training content. For now, we are not selling the manual without the training. Yeah. Whereas the student manual we sell because we take for granted that they are bought by those who have been trained as coaches. Immaculate says, thank you very much for the sharing. Dr. Carol, who is the chair of the Positive Psychology Association of Kenya, she says, thank you, coaches. And Father Selvam, this has been a very useful session, inspiring to know that the work is growing. Congratulations, panelists. I share those same sentiments. I have been encouraged myself listening to the panelists this evening, their experiences and their challenges. I share very much the sentiments of Dr. Carol, who is our chair. Jimmy says, great discussions. Thank you all the presenters and Father Selvam for the excellent moderation. Okay, thank you very much. So on that note, I like to thank you, panelists. There is one last comment, a proposal for the cell. Margaret Nyaga can champion the training for over 50s. God bless. Yes, she is also in the later years of her own life. And I think we can champion for even older people. Yes, so on this note, thank you very much, Catherine, Sarah, and Raymond, for taking the time to share your experiences and take, I mean, even facing the audience, taking courage to share your experiences. And above all, thank you very much for taking this flagship program of positive psychology forward. You are individually, you are a great, great encouragement for us who have created this program and we keep training. So congratulations and thank you very much. Somebody asks, Magdalene asks if they can see Margaret online. Is Margaret online still? Yeah. So, Mama Upo. Yeah. Yes. Let me see. I saw her online a few minutes back. I don't know if she had. Now looks like she has dropped out. Okay. She used to be a school teacher and she worked for the Kenya Episcopal Conference of the Catholic Church for some years in the education department, and now she's retired. Yeah, so that's the background to Margaret, who got mentioned in the program. Okay, so thank you very much, everyone, and we are grateful for this session and for the sharing. Yeah, it has been enlightening even for me. So, congratulations and thank you. So, I wish you good evening or good night, as the case may be. Thanks for your patience. So, our next webinar, we are going to have a speaker from the Netherlands. Yeah, or the UK, and he is also a champion of character coaching. Yeah, we will see the advertisement duly. So thank you. Bye bye.